Most dangerous smugglers in the world. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. However, I can tell you that there have been several notorious smugglers throughout history, known for their illegal activities in various fields like drugs, arms, and human trafficking. Please note that I can't rank these individuals in terms of danger, and the list is in no particular order. 1. Pablo Escobar. Known as the King of Cocaine, Pablo Escobar is perhaps the most infamous drug smuggler in history. As the head of the Medellin cartel in Colombia during the late 20th century, Escobar smuggled vast quantities of cocaine into the United States, at one point supplying an estimated 80% of the cocaine consumed in the country. Escobar amassed enormous wealth and power through his smuggling operations, becoming one of the world's wealthiest men, but his criminal activities also led to widespread violence and social unrest in Colombia. 2. El Chapo. Joaquin El Chapo. Guzman is another notorious figure in the world of drug smuggling. As the leader of the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico, Guzman oversaw a vast international drug smuggling operation. He was known for his innovative smuggling methods, including the use of tunnels across the US-Mexico border. Like Escobar, Guzman accumulated significant wealth and power, but his activities also led to intense violence and social instability. 3. Dawood Ibrahim. An Indian gangster, terrorist, and drug trafficker, Dawood Ibrahim is the leader of the D Company, a criminal group based in Mumbai. He's been on Interpol's wanted list for organized crime and counterfeiting, besides association with Al-Qaeda. Dawood is also suspected to have connections with terrorist activities, including the 1993 Bombay bombings. 4. Zhang Jian. A notorious wildlife smuggler, Zhang Jian led an international smuggling ring that trafficked endangered species parts like elephant ivory and rhino horns from Africa to Asia. He was arrested in 2018, and his operations shed light on the dark world of wildlife smuggling, a form of trafficking that contributes to the endangerment and extinction of many species. Remember, this information is up to date only until September 2021, and the status or activities of these individuals may have changed after this time. 5. Amado Carrillo Fuentes. Amado Carrillo Fuentes, also known as the Lord of the Skies, was one of the most powerful drug traffickers in Mexico. He was born in Sinaloa, Mexico, in 1956 and rose to prominence as the leader of the Juarez cartel, a position he took over after killing his boss, Rafael Aguilar Guajardo. Carrillo Fuentes earned his nickname for his innovative method of transporting drugs. He utilized a fleet of planes, including large cargo aircraft, to transport cocaine from Colombia to Mexico, where it was then smuggled into the United States. It's estimated that he was able to transport up to 20 tons of cocaine per day using this method. Amado was notorious for his attempts to avoid direct conflict with law enforcement and rival cartels. He was known to use bribery rather than violence when possible, using his vast wealth to keep officials and rival gangs at bay. However, this did not prevent the Juarez cartel from being involved in the violent drug wars that plagued Mexico. 6. Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas was an American drug trafficker who operated primarily in Harlem, New York, during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Born in 1930 in North Carolina, Lucas moved to New York City in his youth, where he became involved in petty crime before ascending to the top of the city's drug trade. Lucas is best known for his direct drug supply line from Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War, a network he famously referred to as the Golden Triangle. He claimed to have used the coffins of deceased American soldiers to smuggle heroin into the United States, though this assertion has been disputed. 7. Griselda Blanco. Griselda Blanco, also known as the Black Widow or the Godmother of Cocaine, was a notorious drug trafficker from Colombia associated with the Medellin cartel. She was one of the key figures in the Miami drug war, an epidemic of cocaine trafficking and gang violence that plagued Miami in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Born in Cartagena, Colombia, in 1943, Blanco moved to the United States in the mid-1970s. In New York, she started a large-scale cocaine business. Later, she moved to Miami, where her operations expanded significantly. Blanco was known for her ruthless and violent approach to business, and it is said she may have been responsible for up to 200 murders during her time as a drug lord. 8. Christopher Dudas Coke. Christopher Dudas Coke is a Jamaican drug lord and the leader of the Shower Posse, a violent drug gang that started in Jamaica and expanded to the United States and Canada. Born in Kingston, Jamaica in 1969, Coke was exposed to criminal activities from an early age as his father was a well-known gang leader. Coke and the Shower Posse were deeply involved in the trafficking of marijuana and cocaine from Jamaica to the United States. Under his leadership, the Shower Posse reportedly committed numerous murders and other acts of violence in connection with their drug trafficking activities. 9. Osiel Cardenas Guillen. Osiel Cardenas Guillen is a notorious Mexican drug lord who led the Gulf Cartel, a criminal group involved in drug trafficking, human smuggling, and other illegal activities. Cardenas Guillen was born in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico in 1967. He became involved in the criminal underworld at a young age, initially working as a car thief before gradually moving up the ranks of the Gulf Cartel. In the late 1990s, following the arrest of the previous leader, Cardenas Guillen took control of the Gulf Cartel. Under his leadership, the cartel became one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Mexico, controlling vast swaths of the border region and trafficking large quantities of drugs into the United States. 10. Kansa. Kansa, born as Chang Chi-fu in 1934 and also known as the Opium King, was a notorious drug lord in the Golden Triangle, a region overlapping the mountains of 4 countries of Southeast Asia: Myanmar, Burma, Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand. This region was, for many years, one of the world's most extensive opium-producing areas. Kansa, of Shan descent, led the Shan United Army, which he claimed was dedicated to the liberation of the Shan people in Myanmar, even though it was largely involved in the opium trade. His operations were a complex mix of rebellion, organized crime, and regional politics. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.